So from an edge platform, we kind of see an edge platform as three very distinct but synergistic capabilities. The first layer being data connectivity. So this is all about connecting the assets at the plant, in the field, and then collecting the data and then normalizing the data. That normalizing the data is quite important as well. It's the heavy lifting that just getting the data is one thing, but then having it come into a consistent format so you can actively use it. Typically, what you'll find is users will have to write their own code to actually do that type of work. So with an edge platform, what you really want to look for is something that can normalize that data after you've got it, so it's always in the same format. You can easily work with it. Now, once you've got that data, that's the data intelligence layer. So what are you going to do with it? You can visualize it, very important. You can analyze it, but it's also the integration. So typically what you saw in the past in the OT world, you saw a lot of visualization through SCADA systems and HMIs. You saw some analysis through SPC systems and so on, but the integration wasn't really there. So it was locked in those systems. They were standalone systems. They were locked in the plant. So the plant had data, but the different groups had the data. So maintenance had some, and the controls guy had some, and the process engineer had some, but it was never kind of mashed all together so you could get the holistic view. And then the integration to the IT systems and the corporate systems, the Azures, the clouds, the data lakes, it was not really there in the past. So that's something that an edge platform now can do to really pull that data out of the plant and share it with the organization. And then the third piece, the last capability, is the centralized management. And that's where you need to be able to manage your devices, manage your data, and manage your applications. When I say manage your devices, a lot of times our customers will deploy on physical gateways at the edge. So now you're talking tens and hundreds and possibly thousands of physical devices that need to be managed. If you don't have a central way to manage those, to push out updates, to see what's going on, it's going to be a nightmare. So that's a very key factor around the edge platform. And being able to manage the data that's coming out to decide what data you keep, what data you move to different systems, another key piece, and managing the applications. And this is the kind of the unsung hero of what's happening now. Is now with an edge platform, you can write applications, you can put them in Docker, you can push them back down to the edge, and then have them act on the data that you're ingesting. And by doing that, you can start to manage this application. So you can then, using the data, you're figuring out your best practices, you can write the applications that will then best suit the processes and things that are going on at the plants. And now you can have that consistency and the integration of my data scientists are writing very interesting models. I can push those back down and I can manage who gets what and really control what's happening in a good way with the OT environment.